Today's horoscope, Sagittarius October 10th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Jupiter turns retrograde today, and will continue its retrograde cycle until February 4th. This cycle affects your partnerships and negotiations. In these areas, you may be looking back before moving forward. It's a period for taking a more realistic look at current projects and for developing what's already in development rather than expanding or taking on more. If you've been going hard with supporting others, and now need some independence, consider gentle ways of getting to the right balance. You may be returning to old connections or personal plans or focusing on building and improving current ones with much success. Partnerships will continue to bring benefits to your life, but Jupiter's retrograde suggests the need to slow things down just a little. You might detach yourself somewhat so that a partnership or friendship has time to breathe and unfold naturally. This honors the natural ebb and flow of things and is ultimately helpful for healthy relationships. Today's energies favor promotion, publicity, and confidence in the future. Friendships transform, not always in straightforward, easy ways, but you get the sense that things will unfold well. An extremely karmic period is upon you in the coming days. This is because mighty Jupiter, the great benefic and planet of expansion, miracles, and blessings, is turning direction in the heavens above. Whenever a major outer planet shifts, we receive important news and messages about what is also going to shift within our lives over the many months to come. Jupiter's presence in your solar house of partnerships may bring a turning point or change of perspective within you or a significant other. Pay attention to what you're sensing now so that you can anticipate how things will change. Are you doing too much? Since the end of May 2024, you may have taken on more commitments at work thanks to Jupiter entering Gemini. These last few months may have led to more partnerships, contracts, offers, and more. Expect this to slow down once Jupiter stations retrograde in Gemini. Beginning today, this retrograde will last until February 4th, 2025. It might be initially tough, but Jupiter retrograde can also cut down on how much you have on your plate, so you can focus on the commitments that matter the most for your overall success. This is a wonderful time to organize your time and fit in all the things you normally don't get to do for yourself. Make this week a week of self-pampering. Do whatever it is that you normally put off because it is indulgent or time-consuming. Make the time to indulge yourself. Hair, skin, feet, hands, body, the more pampering the better. You are a natural-born worker and a little TLC will not jeopardize your work ethic. It's all about looking and feeling your best. Go for it. Today, you're going to have a moment of pause or relaxation period when you can take stock. The vibrations of the moment will be encouraging you to sort out the people in your life who are just acquaintances and those who are your real friends, what your profound desires are as opposed to those imposed on you from outside, and the superficial from the eternal in a serious way. You are hesitating about making a complete change in your comportment so that you can adapt more gently to situations, notably with your friends and family. But you have a supple mind so that you always fall on your feet. Be aware of this. Today marks the first of two significant shifts that will impact the year, occurring while the moon is in Sagittarius, heightening your emotional and intuitive awareness. Just 3 days before Pluto is set to move direct towards your communication sector, Jupiter turns retrograde in your relationship sector. This event coincides with a favorable alignment with Mercury, known for its influence on communication, and Juno, associated with commitment. Over recent days, support between these celestial influences has been growing steadily and reaches its peak precisely as opportunities to revisit past matters emerge. It is during the moon's final hours in Sagittarius that your emotional responses will be drawn in different directions. A clash with Jupiter just as he turns retrograde in your relationship sector will make a balance between your own and your relationship needs more transparent just as the doors open to the past and second chances. At the same time, a friendly aspect to both planets in your romantic sector will give the spirit of romance a boost. Daily Planetary Overview. Have you ever had one of those days where, despite your best efforts, things just don't seem to go your way? It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming yourself when things don't pan out as expected. But remember, not everything is within our control. Sometimes, it's simply the circumstances around us that conspire to make things more challenging. Today, the energy is calling for you to take a step back, relax, and let things unfold as they will. If something doesn't work out the way you hoped, don't be too hard on yourself. Instead, take a moment to pamper yourself and acknowledge that you're doing the best you can. Have you ever noticed that sometimes when we let go, new opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere? That's the kind of vibe today is offering. By giving yourself permission to pause, you might just find that what you thought was a setback opens the door to something entirely new and unexpected. Sometimes the best thing you can do is let things run their course and allow the universe to do its work. During this time, it's important not to be too competitive. There's no need to interpret everything others say or do as a challenge. In fact, that kind of thinking can lead to unnecessary tension in your relationships. Whether it's with a potential partner, a friend, or even a coworker, be mindful of how you're communicating. You might feel a bit forceful today without even realizing it, which can create misunderstandings or disagreements. Have you ever found yourself in a conflict that, in hindsight, could have been easily avoided? Today, try to keep things light and avoid getting caught up in power struggles. If you're feeling exhausted by all the emotional push and pull, don't hesitate to spend some time alone. Sometimes, solitude is the best way to clear your mind and regain clarity. Speaking of clarity, the doubts you're feeling right now are temporary. If you're struggling to make a decision or come to a conclusion, give yourself some grace. Eventually, things will become clearer, and you'll feel more confident in moving forward. Have you ever had that moment of realization after a period of confusion, where everything suddenly made sense? That's what's on the horizon for you. Trust that when the time is right, you'll know what to do and the outcome will be something positive. But it's not just romantic relationships that benefit from today's energy. Friendships, family bonds, and even your relationship with yourself can all be nurtured and uplifted under these cosmic influences. Maybe today is a great time to reach out to a friend you haven't spoken to in a while or to spend some quality time with the people who matter most to you. Relationships of all kinds thrive when we show up with an open heart and a willingness to connect on a deeper level. What's one relationship in your life that could use a little extra love and attention today? Take a moment to reflect on that and consider how you might nurture it. Whether it's a quick text to check in or a longer heart-to-heart, the effort you put into your connections today will go a long way. As the day progresses, you'll likely feel a beautiful shift in energy. The moon aligns with expansive Jupiter, bringing a wave of optimism, lightness, and possibility. It's as if the heavy, reflective energy of the morning lifts, and in its place, there's a sense of joy and hopefulness that sweeps over you. Have you ever noticed how, when you're in a good mood, it seems to ripple out to those around you, spreading positivity like wildfire? Today, that's the kind of energy you're exuding. Your laid-back, relaxed vibe will be magnetic, drawing people toward you and uplifting the atmosphere wherever you go. This shift also brings clarity, allowing you to see problems from different perspectives. Suddenly, compromises that once felt impossible start to look more achievable. You're able to find solutions that work for everyone involved, and that's a powerful skill. Today, luck is on your side, especially when it comes to financial matters. If you've been considering an investment or a new venture, now might be the time to go for it. Trust your instincts, but also remember to be cautious. Don't push your luck too far. Have you ever felt like everything was aligning perfectly, and you knew exactly when to make your move? That's the kind of energy you'll be working with today. Be patient, stay open, and the right opportunity will present itself.